Now, the Center for Journalism, Innovation and Development, CJID, recognizes the pivotal role of media in shaping discourse, setting agendas, and providing a platform for convening discussions on policies or solutions for sustainable development in West Africa. This year, the CJID Media Conference would have as its theme, Bridging Democracy, Innovation and Media Sustainability in West Africa.
The agenda will encompass panel discussions featuring experts from academia, journalism and technology giants. Moreover, plenary sessions led by the pioneers of innovative projects in the sub-region will be conducted alongside thematic panels and workshops aligned with the Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs. One of its main aims, or its many aims, is not to only view media as a watchdog for holding power accountable, but also as a catalyst for constructive dialogue, idea exchange and societal transformation. Joining us to discuss this is Mboho Eno, the Deputy Director, Accountability Program, CJID. Good morning. Thank you very much for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
All right. Talk to us about the CJID conference. We have just an idea about what it is, but give us the full picture and what are the plans that you're putting in place to make it different from last year's?
Okay, so first and foremost, this is actually the maiden edition for the Media and Development Conference. So this is like a baseline for us, and we're building on the first conference that we had around journalism, which we called WAJIC, the West Africa Journalism and Information Conference. Innovation conference which held in July, but this that was generally around journalism and its practices. But the development conference aims to talk largely around development in the media sector and how the media can contribute to the development of the nation. So as part of the things that have been lined up, first let me start with the fact that the keynote address is going to be delivered by the Honorable Minister for Communications, Innovation and Digital Economy, Dr. Bosun Tijani, and we'll be having a number of panels, as you have said, that will border around health, technology and media. We'll be talking about panels that have things to do with foreign direct investment. We already know that Nigeria right now is having a lot of challenges with its infrastructural development, and because of that, we've had to rely on loans and foreign aid to grow our infrastructural, infrastructure in the nation. So we'll be having talks around how constructive some of these loans have been, how corrosive some of them have been. Then we'll also be talking about media and gender. We'll be having conversations around inequality. We'll be having conversations around climate change, AI, technology, and how all of this components of the society can be harnessed by the media to improve the general well-being of the nation as a whole. And part of the side activities for the sideline is that we'll be having a media development hackathon, which is going to be on the 15th. So the media development conference starts on the 13th and 14th, is for 13th and 14th of November, and then the hackathon is on the 15th, being a sideline. And actually on the 15th, we'll be having like 3 sideline activities. One is the media development hackathon, which is meant to bring innovative minds and together to think of innovative solutions for issues that impact the media landscape in Nigeria. We'll also be having a legislative advocacy dialogue as part of the sideline of activity on the 15th, which is meant to explore critical issues around journalist safety and the press, and explore possible legislative reforms as it affects the topic in conversation. And then the last one is going to be the last event, which is a dinner for our fellows, which we have tagged the Kwame Kari Fellowship Dinner. Is meant to celebrate our fact checkers across the West Africa region. We're having fact checkers join us from Sierra Leone, the Gambia, Liberia, Ghana, and of course the host country, Nigeria. We'll just likely be celebrating the impact of work they've been doing around media and information literacy in the last 1 year.
Right. Sounds like a lot to cover in just 2 days, but I'm sure that you can pull it off. I also want to ask about, there every now and then, comes a conversation about, the threat to control the media space, to shut down the media, to ban social media, and there's always, some of these threats here and there. Are these some of the things that, you feel like need to be spoken about with the, with the current reality of being a journalist or being in the media space in Nigeria? Are these some of the, concerns that you feel also need to be focused on? Remember that Twitter was banned in Nigeria for months. Because, the president's tweet was deleted. So tell us about, the freedom of expression in the media space in Nigeria. And of course, if the current APC government still continues to create those fears.
As I said, the keynote address is going to be delivered by the Honorable Minister for Communication. And he's also going to be speaking on a panel as well, and we believe that these are part of the conversations we'll be having and trying to engage, so that we can have some freedom around the press, because we continually live we continually see a government that is constantly coming up with a number of laws that are anti-press. And we believe that with the government officials on the table and the media practitioners in the room, and also have a number of civil society organizations that largely work around press freedom also in the room, we'll be able to have a robust conversation to find a middle ground for all parties involved to express their rights of occupation in ways that are not seen to be threatening to national security or not seen to be violating the rights of the practitioners. So these are part of the conversations we'll be having. We'll also be having conversations around climate change and its impact. And we get to hear every now and then that the part of the crisis in Nigeria today, with the banditry or herdsmen crisis, appear to be an offshoot of issues around climate change in the Lake Chad region. So these are part of the conversations we'll be having to see if, to proffer solutions, seekable solutions that will not only affect Nigeria. Don't forget that this is a West African conference, and so we'll be having participants from across West Africa join us. We'll also be having speakers from West Africa. So interestingly, it's not just Nigeria that is also suffering from gagging of the press. It seems to be a modus operandi of African countries. So we'll bring our sister countries in the West Africa region to the table to also have a conversation and share experiences to see where we can learn from each other to share ideas and also incubate innovative solutions that will lead to national development.
I've also seen, from your Twitter page, a ton of speakers. Can you share with us, a couple more people that will be present? Some of the exciting speakers that you also have there that will be joining the conference.
Yeah, thank you so much. We will be having Tony Akinyi, who is the Vice President Africa of Luminate. We'll be having the United States Ambassador to Nigeria, Ambassador Mary Beth Leonard, and we'll also be having speakers like Eric Hunt, who is the director of Center for Accountable Investments. Dr. Kole Shetima, who is the Africa Director of MacArthur. We have, of course, I've already mentioned Dr. Bosun Tijani as well. We'll be having Naimika Ajunwa, who is the digital health lead of Reliance Healthcare. Amongst a couple of other experts within and outside Nigeria will be joining us at the conference.
Director, Accountability Program, CJID, we wish you all the best with the event. I look forward to seeing, positive feedback and reports from this event.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.